The suspect and the victim were right there in plain sight. Yet the police could not tell which was which. That meant they had only 34 hours left to find evidence against someone who both exists and does not exist. It was almost an impossible task. Just then Jae-hyun's boss suddenly showed up and ordered him to stop the investigation immediately and hand the case over to another officer. His boss warned him that if he could not find evidence in time, the arrest warrant would not be approved, and then he would be accused of an unlawful arrest and face severe punishment from the disciplinary board. But Jae-hyun did not back down. He was sure he could close the case before the deadline. His boss scoffed at that, mocking him that the most incompetent people always think they can do anything. He bluntly pointed out that Jae-hyun was so obsessed only because he was desperate for a promotion, even willing to force a suspect into custody. The crushing pressure left Jae-hyun deep in thought. Jae-hyun went back to the interrogation room and tried to appeal to her emotions, trying to use empathy to break down Sarah's mental defenses. But Sarah let out a cold laugh. She cut straight to the point that con artists love targeting the very professionals who know the most, especially people with status, because they are extremely confident and never believe they could be scammed. After she said that, she gave Jae-hyun a lone look, warning him to watch himself too, because she was talking about someone like him. After that psychological play failed, Jae-hyun moved on to a formal interrogation. He asked where the woman went and what she did after the party ended. She gave a perfect airtight alibi. First, she went to the department store to prepare for a new shop opening. After she finished at 10 in the morning, she checked into a hotel to rest. She kept her phone off the whole time until Jae-hyun found her. She even offered that the police could check the dashcam in her car and the hotel room service records. Soon Jae-hyun spotted a new inconsistency: Kim Sarah's statement and the testimony of another key person. The March department store chairwoman Choi Chai-woo clearly contradicted each other. Earlier, Choi Chai-woo had stated plainly that the lease agreement for Kim Sarah's brand had not passed review. One of them had to be lying. Jae-hyun immediately sent his team to verify whether the store build-out had actually started. Before long, his team brought back the result: Kim Sarah was telling the truth. A few days earlier, there really had been construction inside the department store, but by now it had all been torn out, and whether it was building or tearing it down, it would have been impossible without chairwoman Choi Chai-woo's approval. Jae-hyun concluded that Choi Chai-woo did this because she had a reason she had to lie and cover up. To get the truth, Jae-hyun confronted Choi Chai-woo and asked why she lied when the deal was already signed, and why she ordered the key surveillance footage deleted. He wanted to know what Kim Sarah had really done to make a chairwoman go that far for her. Choi Chai-woo's answer caught him off guard. She said she did not do it for Kim Sarah. It turned out that before Jae-hyun came to her, she did not even realize she had been played. Only later did she see it on the cameras. Sarah dragging something that looked like a body through her department store. It terrified her. Everything she did was not to protect the killer. It was to protect her department store's reputation. That was her position and her excuse. Jae-hyun zeroed in on the part where she said dragged it along, and decided she really had watched the footage. Deleting it without knowing what it showed would be negligence, but deleting it after watching it would be intentional destruction of evidence. Choi Chai-woo was unfazed because the video was already gone, and Jae-hyun had no way to prove it. Jae-hyun offered a deal if what Choi Chai-woo cared about was her store. Then he could help. But Choi Chai-woo turned around and produced Jae-hyun's recording device, threatening him that if even one word got into the meeting,